Lives. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the graduation of class number 59. We are incredibly proud of each and every one of you. And like so many of the workshops before this one is unique and special. And so just kind of stand by for anything to happen because it most likely will. We're here today not just to celebrate and support our returning veterans, but to also thank the many, many people out there who care so much about you to help us put this workshop on. They donate their time, their money, their energies, and their efforts to see that you have all the solutions, all the resources, and all the support that you need on your return back home. And I would like to take a moment and just recognize them and thank them for their support. And as you take a look at the program, you'll see one of the main supporters for this particular workshop is an organization called the Orange County Community Foundation. Now, they're home-based in Orange County, but they care about the world. And they're so supportive of all of our service members. We could not do this without them. And we have many, many, many other supporters out there. But I just want to particularly thank them for their support on an ongoing basis to make this happen. And again, when you come up and you speak, kind of say something and give them a shout out in the microphone. Hey, thank you for your support. I also want to recognize the individuals inside the classroom. This is the team that's in there with you every day, helping you reshape your thoughts, giving you inspiration, information, guidance, listening to where you are, and then helping you figure it out. Because at the end of the day, it's not about us doing it for you. It's about you having the tools to do it for yourself. And so I'd like for Joseph to please stand and be recognized. Joseph is our facilitator, and a round of applause for Joseph. And I'm sure that each and every one of you in the class will agree that he does his work masterfully. And again, it's about being an enabler. And enabler helps you find the answer, and enabler doesn't give you the answer. And when you walk out that gate, when you walk off that base, and you begin to chart your new life, all of the answers, all the solutions really have to come from you as long as you have the confidence to do it. And we believe that you do. Also in the classroom, we have other people working collaboratively to make it happen. Now, although many of them are not here today, we still recognize them, honorably and heartfeltly for what they do. But there are some individuals who are part of what we call the Week 3 solution that are here. And I'd like for them to just stand and be recognized. I want to start with Denica, because Denica, she's in there helping. Okay? And what's important about Denica is that not only will she be in the classroom supporting you, she'll be on the outside helping you as well. So when you begin to chart your next course, to find your new destination, to lock on to that next gig, Denica is the person that's going to help you be matched up with the employer. And it's important that you get matched up. It's not so much about you getting a job. It's really about you being matched to what you're good at so that you can be happy about it. Also in the room, I'd like to recognize Kelly Noble Price. Kelly. And you had an opportunity to experience her wisdom and her facilitation on Thursday to really talk about the all-important interview. And often you hear people mention, you need to have a good resume. Your resume is all it is. I'm here to tell you, the resume will get you to the door. The interview gets you through the door. And so you have to master the interview. And there have been so many before you who have gone on interview after interview after interview, only to come back frustrated. I didn't pass. I didn't make it. Well, there's a certain je ne sais quoi, a style, and a way of doing it. And the way we teach it here has been very successful for a great deal of people. So Kelly, thank you. Denica, thank you. Joseph, thank you. Again, all the other facilitators and supporters that were in the workshop could not be here today, but again, we thank them nonetheless. I would like to also recognize what I call the back-end services. And the back-end services are the staff members who some of you may see and some of you don't see, who work hard to get you in the workshop, make sure that all the nuts and bolts are tightened and the gears are oiled and operating the way it should. And in the program book, you'll see our staff from Admiral Froman to myself, Kelly, Denica, Beatrice, Marty, and Caleb, all in the background working to make sure that you get everything you need. It doesn't just stop here at the graduation. In fact, it begins here. This is where the real work starts. We have to make sure that it works. We have to stay connected. And so we do charge you each and every one of you, with staying connected with us, because that is the only way that we can help you, is when you return that phone call. If we don't have that lifeline, if we don't have that connection back to you, then there isn't much we can do. Although we have a great deal of support and employers that are reaching for you. And oh, by the way, there are a great many employers looking for you. I get it all the time. Everywhere I go, in all the networking places I attend, I keep hearing the same story from employers. I can't find veterans. I don't know where to go to find them. And my answer to them is very simple and it's very clear. Then come to Reboot. We'll connect you. But again, that only works. It only works if you reach back to us when we reach out. So that's how that works. I also want to call your attention to the back of the program. And I'm going to admit that it's fine print. And, you know, some of you, depending on how old you are, may not be able to read it. And you may say, hey, that print's pretty small. And we like it like that. Because you know what that means? When the print is pretty small, that means there's a lot of people out there helping. And so the more people we have helping, the more we can do. And again, so that's how that works. My job was to welcome you all, to thank everyone who played a key role in making this program work, whether it's on the inside or the outside, whether it's funder, supporter, volunteer, collaborator. Mia Vaughn is here from Warrior Homes. When community organizations collaborate and work together, you win. It's sort of like when banks compete, you win. You guys all heard that phrase. Well, when community organizations like ours work together on your behalf, you win. And so we have a winning team, and that's what it's all about, is helping you and making sure that you win. And so my job is to recognize and welcome everybody, and then turn it over to our master of ceremonies, Matthew Schicks, who's going to facilitate from this point forward. He's going to come up and say something about the class, you know, the kind of like the global unique thing about all of you. Because there's something special, there's something unique about every single one of you. But as a collective body, you guys all came together, you formed, you learned something, you realized something, and you went through a change that perhaps you didn't know was going to happen, but it did. And so Matthew's going to talk about that, you know, what this group is like, you know, as a whole. And then he's going to read each and every one of your certificates. We're going to call you up, and we're going to give you a chance to say something as far as your experience here with Reboot, so that, again, we can all hear from your perspective how things were for you. And I would ask that you do three things. Thank the sponsor, please, always. And we're going to capture that on tape, and we play that back to them, because that motivates them to do more. And we need to keep them in that mindset. The second thing is, let us know what Reboot did for you. Okay, how did it impact you? How did it touch you? And then the third thing is, what's the go forward? What's next? What's your goals? Where do you see yourself going, you know, from here? So three things. Thank the sponsor. Talk about what Reboot meant to you, and tell us what your goals are, okay? So with that said, Matthew, the podium is yours, okay?
I really did have a 4-page speech prepared. Anyway, good afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon. And welcome to the graduation of Reboot Class 59. We'd like to welcome what friends and family were able to come. We'd like to thank the staff of the National Veterans Transition Services and Reboot. And Class 59 would extend a special thank you to the Orange County Community Foundation, whose support made all of this possible. And we really do deeply appreciate their support. My name is Matthew Schicks. I've been a sailor in the Navy for 26 years now, and I'm transitioning to my new life this spring. I joined the Navy when I was barely 17, and when people ask where I'm from, I take a lot of pleasure in telling them I was born in Ohio, but I grew up in the Navy. It sounds funny when I say it, but the scary part for me is that I went from 17 to 43, defining myself and identifying myself by the first thing I was ever really good at in my life, being a sailor. When we arrived at Reboot, I had a firm grasp of who I was as a sailor, but as we went through week 1 and week 2, I realized that I had neglected to develop the Matt Schicks on the inside that didn't wear a uniform. Not even with the same enthusiasm that I had developed the senior chief in the Navy. Through our first week, our friends Joseph and Lou taught us how to live up to our potential and look within ourselves to change our own destinies, change the way we look at the world, and through our affirmations and our positive self-talk and our vigilance against those kinds of scotomas, we might be able to see the gorilla in the room or the cow on the card. Week 2 helped us look back at our formative years, at the events that made us who we are today, and take an accounting of where we are today. We got to storyboard our past and our vision for the future, actualizing and coming to believe in our potential and the ability that we have to achieve those futures. We learned not only to tell our story, but that if we want it enough, we have the power to rewrite our story and the way we want to see it for the future. And the third week feels like where the rubber hit the road. You know, we prepared our resumes, we got smart on our benefits, we learned how to ace our interviews, and we culminate today with a ceremony to mark the occasion. Again, I'd like to thank the Orange County Community Foundation, Joseph, Denica, Joy, John, Steve, Clarence, Dr. Kelly, and the entire NVTSI team for being here today and for caring enough about the country's veterans to actually take action and give us a hand up. I'd also like to take a second to acknowledge our class sponsor. The Orange County Community Foundation, with Ms. Shelley Haas at their head, is a wonderful organization of people from Orange County. And they're doing the hard work that'll change the community and make it a vibrant, healthy, strong foundation for its residents. Since 1989, the Orange County Community Foundation has granted over $257 million to meet the needs of the local community and the nation. In just the past decade, they have granted more than $220 million to local nonprofits, to students and veterans seeking to further their education. The Orange County Community Foundation's efforts to help veterans through the Orange County Veterans Service Initiative identifies the challenges that veterans face and leverages resources to help them meet those challenges. The Orange County Veterans Services Initiative is leading the way for other community agencies and philanthropic endeavors, as well as standing up the Disabled Veterans Assistance Foundation. In 2012, the Orange County Community Foundation supported veterans groups specifically with grants in excess of $70,000. So as you can see by this testimony, we have serious support from our community. With friends like the Orange County Community Foundation who have taken up supporting the nation's veterans, we just can't fail. So I've spoken for enough, but I'd like to say one last thing. As veterans, I feel that we take in stride the service that we provide to our nation and the world. And I think it bears recognition that there are people and organizations like NVTSI and our generous sponsors who care enough to give a damn and give back to the veterans. So thank you all for caring. Thank you for enriching our lives. And thank you for helping us to find the skills and resources we need. And I hope we get a chance to pay it forward. So before I start talking about our students, I'd like to have a round of applause for all of our friends who have helped us out. Abelardo.
I would like to thank the Orange County Community Foundation. It's kind of awesome because I'm from Orange County, so it fits right in there. I probably use some of the facilities down there, family and friends. So thank you again for providing this for us. One thing that I picked up out of this class is that now I'm be more confident on finding what I want to do outside. Initially, I didn't have no idea what I'm going to be getting myself into. I've been to tap classes, and it's hella boring. Got over here, we got Joseph. I was never half asleep in this class. I didn't even have to take those power drinks to keep me awake. We got Joseph, we got Denica, we got Kelly. Everything was great. My next step, probably, hopefully getting into the federal job. Well, not hopefully. I will be getting into the federal or state job. And I would like again to thank everybody in here. Appreciate all what's been done to me. Thank you.
Alfredo Nafarete.
You know, I haven't had so much fun with this class that I really don't want to go back to work. Joseph, Danica, Ms. Maurice, and Kelly. I really appreciate how you guys changed my life. I always think negatively of my next career. I don't want to take off my uniform. It was that bad. I can't sleep at night because I don't know where am I going to go next. I grew up in this community. I grew up being in the Navy, and the reboot class, when this came up, and Mr. Trees called me and said, "You're going to be a reboot." I was so happy. I haven't even had the reboot class yet. I heard so much about it that it's, I'm always looking forward to it. I thought I won't be able to find me a job. But now with this positive outlook that you guys gave us, I know what skills I have and how I can manage to put that into a paper. That's how much Reboot affected my life. I know I'm always having fun with you guys. I'm the joker in the class, but deep inside, I was just so happy that I wanted to express it. So thank you so much for Orange County Community Foundation for giving us the opportunity to be in this class, for being our sponsor. I hope that you touch more lives, after us, and hopefully that you support the reboot class more. I wish they have more reboot class for the young sailors that and the retirees, as old as I am, that will get into reboot also. I know it's not a whole lot of you guys don't have a lot of classes, and I see still a lot of the young sailors getting out of the Navy with nowhere to go. Can't get into reboot class because of they don't have so many. You guys can only have so much classes. So again, thank you so much to the Orange County Community Foundation for giving us the opportunity, and for the NVTSI that does work diligently to make this happen. Thank you.
Carlos Delgado.
First and foremost, I want to thank the Orange County Community Foundation for your support. Without this wouldn't be possible. What Reboot did for me, it gave me a better view, more confidence into going on to the civilian sector. What's going to happen from here? Transition out in 6 months and then get into that waste management, what I really want to do. That's what I have. Once again, thank you, Orange County Community Foundation.
Casey Gill.
Afternoon. Orange County Community Foundation, big thank you, big shout out. Definitely wouldn't be able to stand up here in front of all you guys without having a mental breakdown. So they made it very possible for me to be here, and I appreciate it. Reboot. I think I'd like to think of it as I acquired a dysfunctional family. So a bunch of characters, I can say that much. But I'm definitely looking forward to going out and using everything I've learned, and hopefully retaining and refreshing, going back over the material, everything. I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope everybody that can gets the opportunity to come through this course. So definite game changer. I was, as my boyfriend could attest to, was using this as a gauge to whether I was even going to go on with getting out or keeping the safety of the military and staying in. So I can say confidently that I'm out. See you later. So for the future, I'm going to be going to interior design school and doing real estate in the meantime. And then I want to flip houses, make a change in communities out there as my career later on. So thank you.
Mr. Dave Morris.
Good afternoon. I want to thank Orange County Community Foundation for giving me the opportunity to come through Reboot. Brain fart, excuse me. What I've learned from Reboot and the tools they've given me to go out and become a normal member of society. They really gave me tools to have a positive attitude, and I know now that I will not become a statistic like some of my brothers and sisters have, and that's not becoming a homeless veteran. What I plan to do once I retire from the military is finish my bachelor's degree in criminal justice with an emphasis in homeland security. And just like I've been given, I'm gonna say 2 and 3 chances throughout my life thus far, only a cat has 9 lives, but I feel like I'm that cat. And ultimately what I want to do is reach back and go back and be a mentor for troubled teens and help out troubled teens. And once again, Orange County Community Foundation, I want to thank you once again for giving me that chance to be able to give back to my community as those have given me. Thank you.
For the next hour, it's just Ed, Mr. Ed Harrington.
I'll try to be brief. Well, thank you to Orange County Community Foundation. Near and dear to my heart, 2 quick stories. I do have an hour, right? My first official residence in the United States Navy was in Orange County because my first ship was in Japan, and we came back here to, second ship came back to Long Beach from Japan, and I chose to live in Huntington Beach in Orange County. And then the second story is that I fell in love with my wife on a date at Knott's Berry Farm up there in Orange County. I had one of those cheap little pictures taken in the booth there with big smiles on her face. And I always loved going up to the Big A to watch the Red Sox beat the Angels, and the pond to watch the Bruins beat the Ducks. So, but again, thank you to Orange County Community Foundation for funding the course, and thanks to you all for just letting me attend as a Navy captain who's been to a few other courses. I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to attend, but I had heard good things about it, and I'm glad I attended. I think there's great value, the old phrase, sharpening the saw. The old guy chopping down trees and the young guy running around chopping down trees, and the young guy's just beating himself up chopping down the trees, and every time he looks and he sees the older guy sharpening his saw, and yet the older guy chops down more trees than him, and he's wondering, well, how were you able to do that? Well, all I ever saw was you sharpening your saw. I said, well, how do you think I beat you? I had the sharper saw, so it was easier for me to cut down the trees. So there was great value for me to slow down, sit back, and take in everything that was presented over the course of the 3 weeks. For me, I'm not sure what field I'm going to go into. I'm kind of a free agent right now, so I'm trying to communicate with as many businesses as I can out there. Right now, I've got a little bit of time and what my skills are and what I want to do, and at least until much closer to my official retirement date, I'm going to pursue that which I really want to do in a project management type role, and I'm not too picky about the business because I thought about 2 years ago that, do 30 years in the Navy, and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to get out and that's it. There's nothing I'm going to do after that that's going to be of any significance, or, it's my Navy career that's going to be the significant thing I did in my life. And I'm very proud of what I did, but I am absolutely ready to go to do something else that will be a career and that will be impactful until I can't work anymore. So thank you again. Thank you to NVTSI. It was great, and it was great being around all of you guys. I'm enriched for it. Thank you.
Mr. James Penkert.
Afternoon. I want to say thank you to the Orange County Community Foundation for everything that they've given us the opportunity to do. Because really, when you think about it, a lot of us, when we first started, we were clueless. I know I was. I still am to an extent. But because of this opportunity with REBOOT, with Joseph, Danica, Dr. Kelly, training us and teaching us, we've gotten an opportunity to see that, and especially in my way of thinking, is that we are more than what we have been for the last 4 to 20 to 30 years. But we've been defined by what we've been doing. I'm not defined by the Navy after 20 years. There's a lot more to me. And this opportunity we had with REBOOT is what gave me the feeling that I know we are defined by it. And for Orange County Community Foundation, please continue supporting and any other organizations that want to support, because you're now taking great leadership and being able to influence our society, because we have all of it and now we can give it back. And I challenge my classmates, don't just go and preach REBOOT. Preach what we learned in REBOOT, because all those things that made us fun and have jokes and everything else, but the positive thinking, we need to give it to other people. It's not something that, what do we always say in the Navy? Don't be the guy holding the secret. Well, let's get rid of the secret. Let's put it out there. Because, Joseph, I'm not lying, I still want your job. It's simple. Really enjoyed the concept of helping vets, and that's what I look to seeing myself doing in whatever I do. In some way, fashion, or form, I'm going to get back to the roots of the military and help vets. And not just the vets, but the people that are in right now, just starting out, just like we've been doing for the last however many years. So thank you again for everything. Appreciate it.
Mr. Jamie Grace.
All right. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Orange County Community Foundation for making this possible for all of us. It's been a great, outstanding experience with all of you. Some of my old shipmates, talking about sea stories and everything. But it's been a big change from coming from Hawaii, being a farmer in Hawaii and working on the flower farm business, family business, 17 years old, delayed entry, joined the Army, National Guard, got smart, and I shifted over to the Navy a year later. But I graduated, left there, grew up in the Navy. The Navy's done everything for me, helped me grow as an individual, helped me find my wife in Mexico. Got married 20 years old, and moving up in the ranks, met a lot of good sailors, a lot of diversity, working with all walks of life in the military. It's been great. And they helped me get my associate's, bachelor's, and now I'm working on my master's, one more class away from completing that. And I want to go into project management, and like the other shipmates, I want to reach back to our veterans and help our veterans out. Just as Joseph, Danica, Kelly, Maurice helped us by giving us a hand up, as Matt said. And I really appreciate all your guys' assistance in helping me move on to the next level. Now that I look back, my military career, I thought about it and I said, wow, this is the biggest thing in my life that I've done. But then after going through all the training with Joseph, and I realized that there's a lot more ahead and a lot more that I can offer to society and to everybody in general, and to just keep on moving and don't just spiral down. Just try my best to keep on moving and helping society out, helping everybody and my family, being there for my family and my children since I've been gone so much on deployment and everything. There's been work, engineering, keep the ship moving. Now it's time to put that aside and be there for my family and for my community. So thank you.
Jeremiah Stearly.
I joined REBOOT because I had Kelly as an instructor at my school in college. She taught public speaking and getting over the fear, so I'm sorry if this doesn't bode too well on you because I'm a little nervous right now. Probably already turning red. That's all right, my tie will match. I'm a little unique compared to the rest of you guys in this class because you all are just now getting out of the military, and I've been out for going on 5 years now. And I got out under the guise of, go to school, collect unemployment, and collect that GI Bill. And I didn't know about a ton of this stuff that we have available to us. And with the help of Reboot, I've actually got that confidence back that, okay, now it's time to get to work. Let's go out and do what we need to do. I didn't know how to build a resume until Denica kind of forced her resume skills on me, and now I can build a decent one. Nowhere near as good as she can, but still decent enough to where I can actually go out and get a job and feel a little confident that I'm putting out the proper information. Before, when I built one, I put out there every skill I ever learned, and I'm going for a medical job, and I'm sitting here telling people I can shoot a Mark 19 and 50 caliber and tow missiles. That isn't going to help me nothing. I didn't know what to put on my resume, so it was cool. I just want to say, they tell us that we need to say thank you, but I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Orange County Community Services. This is really a great program. I went through TAPS class, and I didn't get nearly an eighth of this information that would have helped me 5 years ago. And so it's given me a lot more confidence. My family actually likes me more. So it's been great. Where I see myself in the future is moving up. Getting to those key positions where I can sit here and say, you know what, let's donate some money to this Reboot program, because it's pretty awesome. So, thank you.
Mr. John Addison.
Thank you, Real Housewives of Orange County. That's all I can think about when I keep hearing Orange County. Thank you, Orange County Community Foundation. That was awesome for them to put up the money for us to actually attend here. A lot of what I learned in this class, I learned confidence. I already have a lot of confidence, but I have confidence in the Navy. And I woke up this morning thinking to myself, I've identified myself as a Navy chief for so long. This morning I actually said, you know what, maybe I should take that little license plate thing off of my license plate that says Navy Chief Petty Officer. As much as my brethren might say, no, you're once a chief, you're always a chief, but I don't want to be identified as only a chief. I want to be identified as a person, as a trainer, and as a salesman, which I'm going to be in the future. Thank you.
Lawrence Estioko.
Good afternoon. Well, first, I want to say thank you. I appreciate support from Orange County Community Foundation. Hopefully you guys keep on doing this for our fellow veterans and military people are getting out. What I got from this workshop, this is my first workshop. I think this is going to be my last. I don't know. Hopefully not. But this workshop gave me confident, positive attitude. Oh man, I don't know. I put 2 resumes. From Ms. Danica, Joseph, the first day when I got here, I talked to Joseph like, hey Lawrence, what are you doing? And like, what's your plan? What's your goal here? You know what, Joseph? I am one of the person undecided. Like, I don't know if I can do this or what. But now, got it straight. Ms. Danica gave me some resume that I can, big help. And I put 2 resumes ready last night. So I already got that attitude, like my wife like, hey, I think I need, I gave you the boot. Now Reboot gave you the real boot for you. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And please, what do you call this? Keep on supporting our veterans. Thank you very much.
Maria Nolasco.
That's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, I know. It's all good. Yes, I'm good. That's the first thing I am. I'm good. Thank you.
Mr. Michael Lyons.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you to the Orange County Community Foundation for supporting this workshop. It's a great program. When I first heard about it 2 years ago, I visited the campus in Mission Valley, and I got to say it's the best thing I've ever seen as far as transition workshops. It's not just a bunch of information where they're feeding you through a fire hose. It's truly remarkable how we take in from the military who we are and we identify with what we do so much that we forget that as human beings we are, first and foremost, we're dreamers. You know, we started out with a dream to become members of the United States Navy for a lot of us, and we lived that dream, but we were dreaming someone else's dream when we forgot about our own dreams. So thank you, Joseph. First day you said the rest of your life is the best of your life. Thank you for teaching us how to dream big again. Thank you to all the staff for your dedication and support of this program. And I know that it's going to continue to grow because it's such a good thing, it can't possibly not succeed. And thank you to all my classmates for sharing your dreams with me and being a part of this journey. And thanks most of all to my family, my wife Deb, and my son Ben in the back there, came up to be with us today. So it's been great, and I'm looking forward to pursuing my dream of my software development business, doing great things, and I want to give back and help veterans as well, as I'm sure you all do. So thank you all for being on this journey with me, and I wish you all great success.
Mr. Nino Bacani.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'd like to first give a great thank you to the Orange County Community Foundation. Thank you for your generous donation. Without you, this class wouldn't be possible, so thank you very much. In REBOOT, we learned so much. The first week, we're taught to, I was really sitting down in class, I was like, watching these videos, like, what's going on over here? What am I buying? And what Joseph was selling was me to myself, making me believe in something bigger, to get out of my comfort zone, give me that little push, right? I have this problem with trying to get help from outside sources and networking, so he gave me that extra push. In week 2, we really seen like where we were and what got us here, but how and we were not defined by that, and it helped us see that picture. And what REBOOT has done was I always see that big picture of working with big companies like Qualcomm, and see the steps of how to get there, and REBOOT has paved that map for me to get there. So thank you so much. And in week 3, we got the resources from Miss Danica, Miss Kelly, and so thank you very much for all those resources. And I will put this into good use and trying to get back to my my fellow shipmates, back to my command, so that they can really know about this program and how much it has helped me and how much it will help them. So thank you very much once again to REBOOT. Mr. Maurice, thank you for this organization, really helping out everybody over here. So thank you very much, everybody.
Mr. Paul Crosby. Paul.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank Orange County Community Foundation. Your support is very much appreciated. If the REBOOT staff and their passion and their support, thanks very much. I didn't know nothing about coming into this. It's not well advertised on Camp Pendleton. It just got mentioned to me in a casual conversation, and I can't believe how great it was. It gave me a focus to start my second career as I wrapped up a long career in the Marine Corps. It's time to move on, gave me some confidence and the tools to do so. I'm looking forward to your additional support as I lock in that second career. For my classmates, they're all veterans. Thanks for your service. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Mr. Randall Cable.
You have to forgive me. My next door neighbor is a Navy SEAL, so he's been training me, and he's brutal, too brutal. But anyway, I really want to say I really appreciate everything, the Orange County Community Foundation. Thank you so much. This is the first time in like 3 years to where I've actually really felt good about myself. I retired here in February, 20 years, and it's been a roller coaster, and it's been mostly good, some bad, but it's definitely been a good experience. But this right here, you know, Joseph said, I believe it was the first day, you know, follow your journey, you know. Journey is everything. When I first started this REBOOT, I didn't think I'd be able to come because my command, I'm a cook, and I didn't think that my command would even let me go. I'm like, because I'm considered too valuable. I think I'm one of the better cooks there, if not the best cook. So with that being said, I was praying that I would come to this class because I've heard so many positive things about this class. So I really wanted to see it with my own eyes. And it's been a wonderful impact on my life, all positive. When I first came here, retiring to me, I'm really excited to retire. But the only thing I was really being stressed on is my wife finding a job. She's been looking for like a year, and she's a registered nurse. And then she finally got her first interview today at 11 o'clock. So I'm praying. I said, please, Lord, let this woman get a job. So anyway, I do believe she's going to get a job before I retire. And with that being said, I do believe it's going to be even a better journey. To piggyback on what Mike said, if we do not fulfill our dreams, we will be working for someone who did. That is a positive thing for me. I just want to say thank you.
Mr. Raymar, Correa.
Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to foremost thank Orange County Community Foundation for letting me be here and attend the REBOOT workshop. It was a great experience for me. From week one, it showed me how to vision my dreams, make them images, make them clear. And when you make your dream clear, it becomes a reality. And so week two, we started, doing our dreams. We started putting our dreams to reality. Start drawing them out. Start doing affirmations. That was real powerful stuff that we learned, and I don't believe I would have learned it anywhere else. Week three, the resources came in. I'm talking about VA, CalVet, how to interview. Thank you very much, Kelly, for interviewing. It put a lot of confidence in me, and to be able to transfer that into the civilian sector. And what I see myself doing, going in the aviation world, in the private sector, getting all my training and certifications that I learned in the military, and putting it in the civilian world, and finishing my degrees, and help out the community, volunteer anywhere I can, and be a mentor to the youth. Thank you very much.
Mr. Robert Reyes.
Afternoon. I'd like to thank the Orange County community. Without them, I wouldn't have been here. Also, I'd like to thank the NVTSI staff. Without their knowledge and their help, it wouldn't have given me the knowledge or the courage to continue on with what I'm doing. Had a hard time, after 18 years being in the Navy, losing that, kind of put me down. Kind of didn't have a very bright outlook on life there, and what I wanted to do made things a lot harder. Without this workshop, I was slowly getting things back together, but with this, it's given me a better outlook and given me a more positive outlook on what I want to do and where I want to go from here. Another person I'd like to thank also, another group, organization, is the Wounded Warriors Home. Without them, I couldn't have made it here either. The biggest thing I get from this is the networking, because if it weren't for all this, the networking, I wouldn't have made it here. I wouldn't have made it here, and it'd been, who knows where I've been from now. Yeah, it's been a positive experience. Got to know a lot of good people here. So hopefully everybody else that, as you're getting out, you've got your picture and where you want to go, get your certificates, everything in line, hopefully ready to get out and go on with your career. From here, hopefully I'll get my certificates and move on, go to college, and get my second career and finish it out as an RN. But thank you, everybody.
Mr. Steve Johnson.
Good afternoon. I'm just going to be brief. Thank you to the Orange County Community Foundation. I know that the funding for everything is tight nowadays, so I appreciate you putting your money out there to help the vets in the community. What I learned from this class is that I'm not alone in this transition, voluntary or not. I am getting out after 15 years, unfortunately due to drawdowns, and that was the hardest thing for me to imagine. I see a lot of people here who are getting out, some for the same reasons. I'm not alone, and that's what I got out of this. Thank you to the staff. Joseph, you were a lot of help for me personally, and good luck to everybody. My future is going to be a stay-at-home dad for a while. Spend some time with my family that I got to miss out on in the 15 years, so that's all I got.
Mr. Steve Paretta.
So I guess I'm last, huh? Almost? Okay. So about a month ago, I was like, oh, reboot class is coming up. 3 weeks off work, right? It's really so much more than that to me. I've made some great connections. Joseph, words don't speak to the connection that I feel with you. The staff has been incredible. It has really helped me see what my future is going to bring. I got a lot of eggs in baskets. I'm going to flip some houses with Casey maybe. But what's really near and dear to my heart is baby monitors, actually. I spoke to it at the beginning of class. My daughter passed away November 10th, 2011, at 13 months old, due to an accident in my home that involved a baby monitor. And because of this class, because of the confidence that I've gained in this class, today I was on the phone with the Senior Vice President of Summer Infant Baby Monitors. 3 weeks ago, I wouldn't have made that phone call. Yesterday, I made that phone call. Today, he called me back. Today, he emailed me. I emailed him back. So, to use Joseph's words, I'm getting traction on what's really near and dear to my heart. And that is making sure that the accident that happened to me and my family will never happen to anybody else. Hopefully. That's my goal. And to spend more time with my family, really. But really, along those same lines, none of us would be here still if it wasn't for the Orange County Community Foundation. I had heard a lot of things about this class in years past. I'd never heard anything negative about the class. It was always great things. And to continue getting donations to put more veterans, sailors, Marines, whatever the case may be, through this class is very important and life-changing to a lot of people. And not even just the people in this room. It's the people in this room. It's our families. It's our children. It's the other networks that we connect to while in the class. So again, thank you.
I get to call your name. I suppose I go last, don't I? I had the other 4 pages someplace here, Joseph. I can't remember what I did with them. No? First, I'd like to thank God for all the gifts in my life. I'd like to thank my family for all the support they've given me. I'd like to thank NVTSI for picking up the torch and doing everything that you do to support the citizens of this country that have given a lot. In addition to the Orange County Community Foundation, I'd like to thank all the other sponsors. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of servicemen that get out of the Navy or the Marine Corps or the Army or the Air Force every month in Southern California. There's 24 of us here today. Only 24 of us are privileged enough to come to this out of the hundreds and hundreds of servicemen and women that get out and don't get a chance to get this. And this is fantastic. You know, we've made an investment in our country, and now our country is getting a chance to make a small investment back in us and help us to be better prepared, to be productive, energetic citizens that we deserve to be. So they're helping us to unlock the potential that we've always had, that we've used toward a greater good before now, and soon towards the greater good that is inside of us, and that's the betterment of ourselves. So thank you to everybody involved, especially my co-facilitator. Thank you, Joseph. You've been a wonderful help this week. Thank you very much. Maurice?
Great facilitation, yeah. Well, I guess everything has been said from all your comments, whether it was said by Joseph in the workshop, by you and others. And so I really can't add much to what has been said. I can only conclude by thanking you for joining us with your presence, wanting you to know how much we care about you and will always be there for you. But I guess my final thought to you is to manage your final thoughts. Because at the end of the day, whatever happens to you out there is what you make it and how you think about it. And if you think it the right way, what you've learned here in the workshop, the world will shape itself around your thoughts. It's that simple and that powerful. But you have to believe it. And you have to continue to reinforce that every single day. I assure you, I guarantee you, affirm to you that the world will shape to your thoughts, but you got to put it out there, and you got to keep it out there. And so from all of us at NVTSI, our board, Ronnie, myself, Godspeed, and all the blessings with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay?